It's Tuesday, the 26th of September, 2023. Hello and welcome to the newspaper review on TAP TV. My name is Sophia John, your host for today. And of course, I won't be doing this alone. I'm joined by Mr. Victor Sioko. Mr. Victor, how are you doing?
I'm all right. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I was just thinking, it's September already. How time flies.
Yes, we are heading towards the tail end of the third quarter of the year, and here we are. But what can we do? Just give thanks to God for life and provision at the end of the.
We have 3 months to the end of this year, and I feel like it was just like yesterday we shouted Happy New Year.
And I was wondering the other time, I was asking somebody, is it that contribution that they were doing back then does not occur again? Because I wasn't seeing any much buzz on social media where they will tell you contribute 3K per month at the end of the year. You should be getting foodstuffs and all that.
You know,
what happened?
You know, last year there were a lot of controversies surrounding.
Oh.
You know, at the time people contributed at the beginning of the year, you know, those that contribute for foodstuff at the end of the year. At the time people contributed, the price of rice was a certain price. Then getting to the end of the year, price of rice increased and all that. So they were having issues with there were several issues concerning that. There were even videos of people quarreling, fighting, doing rice sharing.
Okay.
You know, you contributed for a full bag of rice and now they give you half bag, all that.
So more like Nigeria happened to them. That's what it means.
And some people did not even understand. I can remember a car I bought it that was last year.
Okay.
And the driver was seriously complaining about this particular issue. He was like, and that woman is telling me that I can't get a bag of rice. What's the meaning of that?
But people should also know that reality has happened. Because you can't expect the same will I say conditions and the agreement you guys had from January should be sustained till the end of the year. Come on.
Don't actually see things that way. That's what I just saw happen. Most people didn't see. You know, the driver was actually complaining that the woman even asked him to bring more money if he wants a bag of rice as agreed. But he was like, this woman is just trying to exploit him.
No. People should be reasonable. I think also what those guys might also do is to refund them their monies if they think that the value of whatever they've gotten is not up to tantamount to what they were contributing. Oh yeah, now carry your money now. Let's rest.
Most times they don't have those monies at that point.
That is another thing.
That's it. Most times.
Tough call.
So there was nothing about contributions this year.
No balls. Okay, you just realized now. No balls. Back in those days, you just see people on their WhatsApp so busy bombarding you. One bag of rice, 10 bucks. Maggi sauce, spaghetti, and all that. But yeah, that was also a very good way for people to save towards the end of the year. So just imagine what will happen this time around. Some persons might not even see quarter bag of rice to go home with at the end of the year. It's just so sad because it was a good way. I know my wife did it and it really worked like 2 years ago and all that. But come on, this time around, and it really helped. I must tell you that it really helped. You just imagine you are pulling out like 10,000 every month. At the end of the year, you might be getting up to 120,000 worth of food stuff. Wow, it's hooray.
It was really helpful.
Yeah.
You know, the price of things and everything. And then I feel like most people don't even have enough to even give out.
Yes.
Just imagine you're earning a certain amount and then transportation has increased, price of food stuff has increased. What is left? So that's the thing.
Tough time.
I think it must have affected it.
Yeah.
Tough time.
Yeah.
But we must survive.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. Thank you so much. You know the secret. Yeah.
Drinking water and minding your business.
100%. Thank you.
I won't forget that. Alright, you also can be a part of the show. Join us on all our social media handle. We're on Facebook, TAP TV NG. We're also on Instagram, TAP TV _NG. We're on Twitter, TAP TV _NG. Without no further ado, I would like to dive into our newspaper for the day. We'll be looking at this day newspaper. Top of the newspaper, APC, Shaibu traumatized by Atiku's Syria electoral failure. You can read that up on page 10 of the newspaper. NCDMB, NNPC IOCS sign MOU to reduce contract cycle. That's on page 5 of the newspaper. Don't embark on strike. FG appeals to NLC. And that's on page 6 of the newspaper. Tinubu asks US courts to limit release of CSU record to diploma certificate. You can read that up also on page 10 of the newspaper. Senate to screen nominees for CBN governor deputies today. And that's also on page 10 of the newspaper. Sanwo-Olu floors Jadu Roders Vivo at tribunal, and that's on page 28 of this day newspaper. And that's all we'll be taking on the newspaper. Mr. Victor, I'd like your thoughts on the story on page 10. Tinubu asks US court to limit release of CSU records to diploma certificate. There's been a lot going on Tinubu's Chicago's case. There's been a lot of boss there. Atiku, that's the presidential candidate of the PDP, taking the case over to US court. I think that was last week. We heard that US court ordered the university to release his records, and then he filed requesting that US court should not release it. So now, this new thing. So we like your thought on this story.
Okay. So, what are the issues now? Pushing sentiment aside, the law is playing out here. Tinubu and his team are saying, see, we cannot limit, the court should please limit these people from seeing his academic records. So what are they saying? Just take the certificate. Share the certificate that you want to see. Take the certificate. But the PDP and its presidential candidate, Alhaji Waziru Abubakar, has said that they want the entire details. And Tinubu, come on, they are like, come on, you did not pay for my school fees. Just imagine somebody coming to meet you and say, okay, you have to give me all your academic records. Let's say for the university you went, you want every document associated to you while you were in the university. Okay, not asking for your certificate. Okay, but one might also say that, okay, what is the president hiding that he does not want to show the public?
Yes.
Okay, knowing that he's the #1 citizen of the country, the Nigerians want to see who their president is. And mind you, there is this insinuation that Tinubu, the Tinubu certificate was for a lady. Okay, also that the age does not tally. And how would they be able to know the details of all this that we've mentioned? They need to see the form, the application form of Tinubu, the full details of his registration while enrolling for study in that school. But then there are also cases that we need to cite. Cases like during the time of Barack Obama, former president of the United States, the Republican Party, as at then, wrote to the court that they want the total academic records of Barack Obama. What happened? The court did not grant them that privilege. During Trump, mind you, there were cases pouring out about his academic records and all that, and at the end of the day, they wanted to also dive into the nitty-gritty of details that he have in his academic records. What did the court also do? The court did not grant them that. But this time around, you also say that the Tinubu's, his legal team are also smart people, and they've been reading. Reason why, when Abubakar, the PDP and Abubakar got the court order warranting or telling or giving orders to the university to submit the records, the academic records of Bola Ahmed Tinubu within 48 hours, what did the PDP do? What did the APC do? They ran in to say, give us more time. Then in this same space of about 3 days, they also put up a fight to say that they should limit the documents to be released to PDP and the candidate of Abubakar. Reason on what ground? On the reason that they are not family. It is only family that has such privilege to go and collect those data, and not the government or an opposition party member. So, but then you ask, sentimentally now, coming aside from the law, if you come sentimentally, I know that Nigerians want to know who their president is truly, who he is in all form. But then, there might be some information out there that he does not want to release. Okay? That you also want to become a leader or a president. One might also say, must I go full naked because I want to become president? Okay? We also know that in life, some persons out there too might have some secrets that they are hiding. Will it be that we, the Nigerian people, are invading with respect to the secret of the president? Are we going too far? That could be the question. But I should stand personally as an analyst. I will stand by the law and give it for the law, or not on the basis of sentiments.
But some Nigerians are actually concerned that earlier we have had presidents with just their SSC, we have had presidents. So they are asking, what is actually the significance of Tinubu's Chicago State University record?
Fine. Wonderful question. Now, yes, in fact, you don't even need a WAEC in many cases sef. What you even need to prove to INEC is that you can even speak English. Okay? There are if you go down to the details of the constitution, a WAEC is not even the all criteria. If you can speak English and you can show to INEC that you can at least talk in English, you can communicate, then you are valid enough to contest for.
That a problem to some Nigerians, but we'll come back to that. Let's
yes. First. So for the fact that people are saying, what are the will I say the challenges he will face if he presents a fake document, or not a fake document? Okay, let's keep it that way. A fake document. Now, mind you that the law states that if you present a fake document, okay, as a political, whether a political appointee or somebody vying for a position, once your document is fake, that means you've lost that position. So that would be the ground, and that might be the reason why the APC do not want to really show other details. It might just also be that the date of birth are not tallying, meaning that maybe the certificate was forged, or maybe his birth certificate was forged. Are you getting me? But also to deviate a little more, we also should note that the tribunal level of this case should be the level where these evidences should be collected, and not at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not a court whereby you go and give evidence. No, the Supreme Court, their own role is to interpret the law itself and not to assess evidences. No, that is not there. But on special condition, when they know that this evidence might be detrimental in the judgment that they want to make, that is where they might, in their own spirit, to determine whether they should accept to assess the evidence that has been brought into their notice.
So let's move over to the earlier concern I raised. There's been a lot of talks about why does our constitution feel it normal to allow an SSC holder to hold the highest position in the country, while some job requirement, they ask for your BSc, your master's degree, your PhD and all that. Why does the highest position in the country just requires SSC?
Well, I think we'll have to leave that to the house. I don't know whether it was the third house or the fourth house that were the ones that took in consideration of this 1999 constitution. It should be the fourth house. But then it does not sound great. It doesn't sound nice that an SSCE holder. But why we say, one might also say that, oh, come on, is it by certificate? To some extent, it should. Nigeria is not a, to rule Nigeria is not for a dullard. Yeah. It shouldn't be for a dullard. One might also say that we've had our experience of having not a dullard. I will not go hard with that word, a dullard, but not having somebody as smart, intelligent, and brilliant. And that's the kind of leadership we need. If you don't, if a dull person is leading an organization, the organization will suffer it. No two ways about that. Okay. So unless on special grounds you might say, okay, the person has attended military, has gone through the military ranks and all that. You say, okay, because in the military there are trainings out there. These guys go through, they travel. In fact, they are well exposed than most people that also even work in a white collar job kind of profession. So in all, I think it sounds, for me, it sounds playful that ordinary SSCE will be the minimum requirement for you to rule this nation. That means we are not serious about it. They should make that position stricter, make it more competitive for people with the best brains, and have to be brilliant. You have to be brilliant. You cannot just a president cannot just, one cannot be a president in this country and you cannot write a simple comprehension. Okay, it does not make sense, my brother or my sister.
All right, let's move over to our next newspaper. I think we have talked a lot about that particular word. Okay, we'll be looking at the Daily Times. The Daily Times is leading. PDP LP smell a rat in Supreme Court fire. Flyover bridge on Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway craves in, and you can find that on page 2 of the newspaper. Embattled Ondo Deputy Governor heads to court to stop impeachment amid Juju scandal. That's on page 4 of the newspaper. Confirmation of Tinubu's latest nominees takes front burner as Senate resumes today, and that's on page 5 of the newspaper. NBA bereft LG chair over omission in palliative committee. You can find that all up on page 5 of the newspaper. CBN Special Investigators Report ready soon. That's according to the federal government. And that's all will be taken on the Daily Times newspaper. Mr. Victor, I would like your thoughts on the lead story. PDP LP smell a rat in Supreme Court fire.
Well, if you throw out on the streets that the Supreme Court has been burnt, I know that most Nigerians out there will be like, oh, come on, they've come again. They have burnt evidences and all that. Okay, and I also will not blame Nigerians out there that will make such utterances, because we've lived in times that prior to the election that some miscreants will go to the INEC office, okay, before and after, go to the INEC office to burn down documents. So it could still be that is what has turned out this time around. Okay, but I hope it's not just about the presidential. Mind you, the Supreme Court are also handling cases for the states. Okay, and yes, the evidences are on top gear, investigations are on top gear, we hope, but then this is not a news that we should be hearing. Okay, yes, accidents occurs, but why would it be the Supreme Court complex, okay, and their offices?
Am I the only one that thinks, why is it at this time?
Yeah, that's the question you ask. Why would it be a time like this? But yes, we also need to also know that coincidences happen. Okay, I'll still hover around that fact. But then when you also start thinking about the trails of the past, yes, could it be that this is an act to burn down evidences, okay, burn down files, make it tough for this for our justices to look into the nitty-gritty of matters on their desk? One will have to ask that question. And the Supreme Court should be a place of high security. I also would want, by now we should be able, and Nigeria we hide a lot of information. If it's in Senate clients by now you should have some strong evidence to say, okay, point out some persons that were around that vicinity and that. But in Nigeria, they might find out the truth, and at the end of the day, the truth will just die a natural death. Nobody wants to bring it out to the public to let us know what happened. They might just kill off the information that have been gathered, and what then? Life goes on. But in this case, I want them to find out what really caused this fire. Okay, and I also need to, should I say congratulations? Congratulations to them. The fire service, after all, there are people fathers there, people's mothers there that are putting in work. Okay, and I need to congratulate them because they were also able to come right on time to quench that fire. Just imagine if they were in there and it did not happen by 8 a.m. Had it happened over the midnight, come on, it could have been more destructive. Yeah. But let's see how it goes. Let's see, the story is still a developing one. Let's see what turns out of it.
I hope to hear more of the story. Let it don't be like the case of the snake. That was snake. The legendary snake. I hope this will not be a repeat of that incident. All right, we go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll take our last newspaper for the day. So stay tuned.
Hey there. Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Welcome back. This is still the newspaper review on TAV TV. We'll be looking at our last newspaper for today, the Nigerian Tribune. FG Zamfara government trade wars over negotiation with bandits. That's on page 25 of the newspaper. Sub-story under that, Varsity confirms rescue of 13 students, 3 orders. Police arrest impeach Ogun LG boss at Debayo. You can read that up on page 29 of the newspaper. Twist in Akeredolu's deputy feud, page 16. Fire God section of Supreme Court, PDP demands investigation. That's also on page 25 of the newspaper. Police confirm arrest of 19 suspected cultists in Ogun State. And that's on page 14 of the newspaper. Tribunal upholds Sanwo-Olu's victory, dismisses PDP LP's petition, and that's on page 15 of the Nigerian Tribune. That's all we'll be taking on the newspaper. Mr. Victor, I would like your thought on the story. Tribunal upholds Sanwo-Olu's victory, dismisses PDP LP's petition, page 15.
Okay, so this is a moment of tribunals coming with their judgments. Okay, so yesterday was for Lagos, yesterday Monday was for Lagos, and it went in favor of the current governor of Lagos State, okay, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Okay, I hope I got this correctly. So yes, what happened now? Okay, let me start with the Labour Party. The Labour Party were called Medosom Interpolar, meaning that they merged, they joined forces with the PDP for this petition, and they were like, oh, come on, the tribunal judges were like, come on, the basis on the way they joined forces was not acceptable by law, and their case was thrown to the bin. Okay. Then for Jandon, that's
the PDP candidate.
The PDP candidate. We were thinking that something strong will come out from his own petition, because what is his own petition? The major part of his petition, even though he came third position, okay, mind you, from the result, Sanwo-Olu had 762,000. Okay, he pulled winner with 772,000. Why the Labour Party candidate, I think 316,000 or thereabouts. The more like plus minus half of what Sanwo-Olu got. Then for the PDP guy, that's a Jandon. Jandon got about 64,000 votes. Okay, so you then want to ask, but you, come on, you then want to ask, what will somebody with such low votes be gunning to become the governor?
But can we? Okay.
Okay, but you know, things like that have happened, like the Imo State, which they call him the Supreme Court judge, the Supreme Court governor. Okay, yes, that's why it matters a lot that in the election, yes, the will of the people should be the paramount thing. Okay, meaning that when the will of the people, when they vote, the vote counter, or the vote for the people should transcribe to who becomes the next governor. But you also need to look at the other details, the other requirements needed for you to become a candidate of a party. Okay, so what happened? Jandon went to court to tell the court, or to the tribunal, to tell them that, see, the governor of or the representative of APC, that's the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, that he did not attend, I think, community secondary school Ijebu, one of those Ijebus, that he did not attend the school, and that he presented a fake certificate. So it's now looking like for almost every tribunal case, we have issues about certificates. That is why I'm bringing this topic to right now. Why is it that there is always an avenue for your opposition to use the issue of certificate as one of their prayers? Personally, I would say that I know that there are people out there doing a whole lot of pretty stuff with fake documents. Okay, let's not take ourselves away from that fact. But then you also ask, is it that some parties too are using it as a tactic for them to have to build up prayers, or to build up cases against the opposition? Okay, it's a very dicey situation, but in all, Lagos is a unique place when it comes to the election, especially what happened both in the March 18 and the February election. You find out that during the presidential election, it was, will I say, shocking for persons like me to see that B2B was able to win Tinubu in his own ground. Okay, but then during the governorship election, the results came out, and for me too, I got wowed, because I was also expecting a very close mark. But one will also say there were discrepancies during the election. Yes. Togre happened, ballot box snatching happened. The mood of the people of Nigerians, yes, after the presidential election also affected, exactly, voter apathy also affected the votes, if you ask me. Okay, but in all, just like Jandon stated that he will fight till the end, meaning that he is going to the Supreme Court to also make his case known. But let's see how it goes. Personally, do I think let me leave it for the justices to prove the cases out there.
Yeah, you know, the Lagos State governorship election was something I personally watched closely, because then on social media we had a young governor. I think he was, should he be the youngest?
39? I think 39, maybe 40 now. No, he shouldn't be now. I had a will I say, a neighbor back in those days in Aba. A neighbor. That guy was that guy came out to become governor at the age of 31 years old. Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay. He was based in the UK though. But you know, some people also use that to do politics, to try to be among. See, politics is a game. Politics is a business that if you don't calculate well, okay, analyze properly, you might find out that you'll be wasting your time. Secondly, your resources and energy, and that happens to some people out there. Okay, but yes, like you said, young. Yes, he's young, he's vibrant, and yeah, I think that also gave him some votes. I think that gave him some votes. Okay.
But it was a beautiful thing to see to see youth participating in the February 23rd election. It was one election that I somehow enjoyed. Somehow I enjoyed the people's participation. For the first time, I saw Nigerian youth being enlightened about electoral processes, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, but also I think that has also created, that has given a good, it has created good impact. Okay.
Yes.
Reason for the fact that the Tinubu has also embraced the youth in his cabinet.
Yeah.
That's to tell you that he felt it. And mind you, the president, the current president, one might say all manner of things against him, is a very smart man. Okay, look at how he has brought people like Betta Edu, them people that are in their early 30s to become minister. Oh, come on. When was that done in Nigeria? Bringing in women who have up to about 19 to 20% of the cabinet filled with women. I mean, the ministerial cabinet. You have plenty SAs, plenty SSAs, young persons. Look at Ajiru Ngelale. Oh, come on. So wow for the president. He really brought in youth, vibrant ones, to the power. But that does not also mean that you don't have bad youths. You still have some youths out there that are not true leaders, and I hope that they don't disgrace the youth. Okay, in this in this dispensation. Let me not end this talks without mentioning a youth that disappointed me. Okay, that is the governor of Kogi State. I rest my case.
You rest your case from there. All right, that's where we draw our curtains for today. It was a really exciting time on the newspaper review on TAP TV. I still remain your host, Sophie John, and I didn't do this alone. I did this with Mr. Victor Sioko. Thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Same here. Thank you.
Till we meet next time, stay safe.